Donald doing, you know, and you know, it, it can be jacked up, man. Uh, so what is he doing? Uh, he already in America that went through all type of stuff. And what is Donald J. Trump doing? Well, I tell y'all what he doing. And I'm sorry for being sarcastic and starting that thing out just kind of, yeah, yeah, controversy. Uh, I tell you what he doing. Now, a lot of people upset that, and most folks just running with the influence, running with everybody, running with the majority. Heck, the majority mad. So, and then people didn't like Donald Trump anyway, because a lot of people on the payroll not to like anybody that's going to fight against the stuff that he's fighting against, because we was being when the country was being bought to go this way. And this fella, our president, a wonderful man, a godly man, he is trying his best to get the country back upon that stuff that's already written in black and white and have been preserved for years. The Constitution is what I'm talking about of this country, which is America. You go into any place and you look for their declaration, and that's what that business or church or anything is supposed to abide up under, because that's their declaration of their order. So our declaration is the Constitution, right? So what in the world is Donald Trump doing? I guess I can stop saying it like that. They're like I'm fighting against him because I showed I'm with him 100, Jack. Uh, so you got a lot of different departments. You know what I'm saying? He is threatening to shut down a lot of stuff. He wanted to cut off grants and grant funding, which is for school. People didn't even give him a chance to hear him out. And Donald Trump pretty smart. What I'm saying, he figured that. I mean, hey, it's like trying to talk to trying to talk to a bird that you didn't raise, and you I ain't gonna say that's all that's strange, but but it's like trying to talk to a brick. Thank you, Father. Uh, that you that you ain't raised. You ain't clayed it up, and you ain't, what I'm saying, even if you clayed that dude up, Jack, that'd be kind of strange to talk to a brick, unless God was in the brick, and because as a Christian, man, that thing can be phenomenal. Uh, so I ain't gonna say nothing if a Christian person said that. I mean, saying got the characteristics and have the reputation of a Christian and shoes. Moses probably sounded strange talking about the bush out there was burning and never never burnt up, and what I'm saying, he was therefore talking with God. Uh, I know in this common world we live in today, people done broke the Bible down. Even preachers, and pastors, they done broke the Bible down to, like I said, if a Christian person come in, I don't even know how we went down this route, but we in this rabbit hole, so we gonna ride it. If a Christian person come in with the characteristics and the reputation of being a godly filled person, they come in and probably even get up and testify and say, look, man, God was talking to me, and I was in the back, and I was walking past some rubble and the brick. You know what I'm saying? It was one particular brick, and what I'm saying, I can hear it saying unto me, servant, where art thou? Folks are, what I'm saying, and I'm telling y'all the honest to God truth. And you preachers, search yourself, because we trying to grow together here, and we need to get back to the standing of God. I'm getting back to Donald Trump. But yeah, we ran down this rabbit hole, so we might well ride it, Jack. But really, some preachers, search yourself. Prophetess, search yourself. Deacons, search yourself. If somebody actually came into the church, talked to you one on one, and told you that, or either got up in a testimony time or something that said that, really what you And like I said, they got the characteristic. You know them personally. You know what I'm saying? They spiritually fed, got the reputation. They living that life of Christianity. They told you that, you know what I'm saying, God talked to them through by way of a brick. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, and the influence that a lot of you know what I'm saying, you all are in, even for myself. And thank you, Father. I can't put myself in that category because I've seen and endured a lot of things. I haven't seen, God haven't talked to me in a brick. He haven't talked to me in a significant way, that way. But God will send us signs and different things. Um, but you know what I'm saying, in this common world we live in now, a lot of preachers are just preaching entertaining, and they really don't have that connection with God. Things like the supernatural just goes over their head. The spiritual thing just goes over their head. And to be honest and truthfully, like I said, when Moses was talking to the burning bush, you know what I'm saying, yeah, God forbid, if a Christian person, such as in the strength of Moses, being chosen by God, and God chose his way to speak that way because they haven't experienced it, or because is said something that's not common. A lot of people probably would bag away, or look at that person kind of strange. All right, we getting into Donald Trump now. A lot of people was upset, like I say, with him uh, um, um, pausing or putting on hold the grants and stuff like that. The man is trying to balance the books, right? And no, a lot of people didn't even give him a chance to finish out what he was doing. Now, because of some people get grants for college and stuff like that. There, saying a lot of people just automatically, because like I say, everybody, it's a whole bunch of people. Thank you God, not everybody, but it's a whole bunch of people just don't like Donald Trump because Donald Trump is changing the country back to what it originally state should have been. Now, is he all on the same accord with everything that should be in America? I don't know that right now. But as y'all like to scream, ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? I rather deal with him. At least he's trying to get us back to the Constitution than a whole lot of this new age stuff that's running completely away from the uh the Constitution. Now, before I get to the college thing, with the grants and stuff like that, Donald Trump has, ordered that government workers come back into the office. Um, and a lot of people, just running with the influence with that. Yeah, man, woo woo and all that junk. That, yeah, I knew it. Now the man started giving away some money, like talking about some incentives and stuff like that. There, uh, uh, the government bailout. You get a lot of people on his team, just like Dr. Willie Wilson when he's giving away stuff. I follow him pretty heavy. As long as when he get to talking about he finna give away some gas or some cars or something like that, there, boy, everybody and their mama be following him. When he ain't talking about giving it, whether the man can be at a church event, which he, what I'm saying, just he's the strong brother in Christ, following God, and he, what I'm saying, he's always seem to be actively in the move, but people don't follow him unless they're getting with some money, right? So Donald Trump um, wasn't even heard out. Now, was his intention to cut the college grants off completely? Maybe he had a plan for a different way of trying to assist. Maybe he was gonna make the administration start to lower their standards. I mean, as far as financing, because a lot of people at one time was going all into Canada, going to school because it was cheaper and stuff like that. That's so maybe that was his plan, rather than continually suck from the funds of governments. Grant money, because if y'all don't know, our paper, our money. it ain't, you know what I'm saying? I think they said the dollar ain't even worth the paper is printed upon. Y'all do know there's two pieces of paper, some glue in there, it's a script in there. I think they put it on the dollars too. It's a script up in there, it's something up in there to keep you from, because people, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I'm from them streets, Joe. Joe was running around here making what they call them counterfeits. And when they start doing the counterfeit dollar, I was blown away, bro. Do you know how many how many flips you will have to do with a dollar bill? But you know what I'm saying, back when they was doing the hundreds, you know what I'm saying, they going to the store. I'm getting way off topic. They going to the store and you know what I'm saying, break it. Now they got real money, but a dollar, you know what I'm saying, you break that gem. What you got 80 what the cheapest thing you gonna buy is some government gum at 35 cents a package. So what you left with? Uh, what is that? 85 cent. Dang, well, I think I jacked that off. No, you left with like 65 cents. I think 65, 70, 80, $90. Yeah, yeah. So you left with like 65 cents, right? And God forbid, you know what I'm saying, you don't go to one of them corner stores and they want to put some tax on that 35 cent. Jack, you left with what? 60, maybe 62 cents. So at that point, they couldn't have been exchanging it. But anyway, the deficit uh and a lot of people don't even know what that means. And I'm trying to educate folks. What that means is that our real currency, our real value in America is our precious metals, the gold that's in Fort Knox. And you know what? I'm not that eloquent to understand. No, I haven't studied that far, but I'm quite sure our silver also is in that, because that's the actual value of our country. That's the trading. You know what I'm saying? Paper was done so, you know what I'm saying, a rich yoga like myself that had to carry a gold brick bar in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I go to the store, gonna get the wifey and out something to eat, and I had to pull this brick out. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no change. We don't carry that. No, we ain't got enough to exchange that. When you take your thing and try to don't shave off something, we got scaled. Joe, you put your brick back in your pocket and go on down there and put some gas in your car. Well, they shave off some more. So they came up with the currency. And then the currency pretty much is supposed to equally match what we have in Fort Knox. Our I think I'm saying that right. That was the Department of Treasury. I think in Fort Knox, I might be getting mixed with the military. If I, you know what I'm saying, the study show yourself approved, Jack. Research it and make sure I'm on the right note. But our, our real value, our loot, is is well secured. Uh, and so a lot of money is being printed out, but it don't equal what we have in gold, and that's when our value, that's when our currency begin to drop, because we don't have it. You will hear him talking about the debt. You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, so Trump is trying to straighten out some stuff, and he's also, like I say, he's focusing at a whole lot of these things, and this is what's gonna hit y'all hard, and hopefully you know what I'm saying, it hits you hard, because this should make perfect sense to you. Um, you have a lot of people working in government, right? You have, we'll say, you have um in government a department that deals with discrimination. We'll go there. You have a department that deals with discrimination. Then you have another department that deals with discrimination. We'll say on the ABC level. Okay, so you got one government department that deals with discrimination on the A level. Another one deal with discrimination on the B level. Another one deal with on C, and so forth. Right. Uh, Now, a lot of that can be redundant, and this is what's going to hit a lot of people heavy at the stomach, right? Because Have you ever had to deal with a situation? Say, for instance, you tried to say, for instance, you know that you purchase something online, and then you find out your information uh, was, you know what I'm saying, stolen or given to somebody else. Well, you call, you know what I'm saying, the average person, you know what I'm saying, figured that's probably, you know what I'm saying, uh the federal job or something, like, you know, the FBI job or something like that. When you call the federal, they tell you, well, uh, that's the civil rights department. You call the civil rights department, they tell you, well, that's the OIG department. You call the OIG department, and they tell you, you know what I'm saying, they done broke you all the way down to the mop dude in the closet, and he ain't got a clue, bro. He ain't got no computer, he ain't got no paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Why you? Now I don't know why they would tell you that. So, and you know what I'm saying? I'm making joke of it, but if you've ever tried to get something did, now I ain't light skinned, so maybe light skinned people get through, you know. But as a dark skinned man, as a black man in America, and thinking about that, it's got to be somewhat across the board, because, you know, privilege is up here. We'll say privilege is like that, and everybody else is, we just like, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of us. uh so they would say something like, on a scale of uh of four, and the rest of it is, man, uh a 20. I toes, five toes on the right, five toes on the left, and on the foot, and then the five on the right hand, and plus that thumb, because I only threw a four for the privilege joker. On a scale like that, that's so basically you got a whole bunch of redundants that ain't doing nothing. Y'all know how it is. If you ever had to deal with any any anything, uh you usually gotta go through a lot of red tape. Sometimes people have an attitude. I remember talking to my daughter, and she was upset because she was trying to talk to somebody, and you know what I'm saying, she was trying to explain to them, you know, you know what I'm saying, man, when these people was at home, working off of their computer and on their cell phone, you know what I'm saying, smartphone, do some everything, Jay. They got the phone, what, around about $1,300, Jay. That's the computer in your hand. So, now I'm saying, Joker be Joker be at Chuck E. Cheese with their kids, and they on the clock. It's supposed to be working. You really think that their attention span is at trying to really focus at what they've been, you know, saying, made a career out of, if they, versus them being in the office, you know. So you got a whole bunch of departments that ain't really, they redundant. You know what I'm saying? This joker here supposed to do this right here, and you just getting bounced around, and ain't nobody getting nothing did. Then it take 200 years if you're still alive, and that they, you know what I'm saying, deal with something. And I'm being serious with that, because some of you all know what I'm talking about. Unless you got some loot, or you some type of privileged joker, you walk up in there, walk past everybody. You know, you walk past A, B, C, and D, and go straight to Z. You know what I'm saying? And walk up by that gym with your, you know what I'm saying, with your thing dick. But a lot of us just don't, ain't thought to be privileged. Thank God I said like that. Ain't thought to be privileged in this world, and so you got a whole bunch of redundant departments that Trump is looking at. You know what I'm saying, man? That's a whole bunch of money right there. We can cut loose, and you know, get the economy back up and going. Now a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, upset. Like I say, upset with that. But at the same time, we got to look at the fact of what's better for the country, Having a whole bunch of redundant departments that ain't doing their job. For one, it don't even motivate people to do their job because what I'm saying. It's like with anything. You go to a job for the first time, and what I'm saying. You supposed to be on the clock, and everybody just kicking the bobos. And y'all doing about 15 minutes of work for the whole 8 hours. Even if you a hard worker, what I'm saying, it's they company, what I'm saying? They lay it back like that. It ain't gonna be too long before you get into that same what you call it now. I know people that work for the government probably looking at me crazy, because truth hurt. And that's the truth of it that my daughter ain't the only one I heard say, saying have had hard times with trying to get something did. Heck, I throw it out there. Yeah, I just had to do a housing discrimination report, and it's amazing to me, right? Now, the way that it's supposed to be set up, if you live in the state, we'll just say in the state of Alabama, Jack, and you fill out a housing discrimination complaint or report, um, the 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 system's supposed to put you into an area where they have jurisdiction to deal with Alabama. It ain't just like they, what I'm saying, it's a fax machine and they just spit it out, whoever get hit in the forehead, what I'm saying, then they figure it out before that, because if that's the way the professional government is, Jack, we in trouble. Jack, they sitting up there waiting on, rolling the dice down to see who take it, and then they send you through a whole bunch of stuff. They send they self through a whole bunch of stuff just to find out that ain't even their jurisdiction. They out of Illinois, Jack. They gotta, what I'm saying, put the thing back in it and see, because basically that's what it seemed like, Jack. It's just shooting out of there, hit somebody on the forehead. They start working with it, and they don't even know if it's their jurisdiction. And cut a whole bunch of that junk out by putting some smart people, but there's some people that actually want to work and do something to help this country, rather than a whole bunch of people, what I'm saying, just getting paid to, what I'm saying, to waste your time, and what I'm saying, real talk, real talk. So I mean, I'm, what I'm saying, I'm expressing my piece in there because, experience is the best teacher. Wisdom is better learned from them. I can't barely talk about somebody else's stuff because I don't know unless they done just broke it all the way down to me. But yeah, what I'm saying. So I know I just did, like I said, I just did one, and went through what, like something like a 22, 25 minute phone call. It's supposed to be like an interview or something like that. And at the end of the conversation, uh this person told me that, so for she had to check and see what's in their jurisdiction. Now, god dang it, later, I filed I filed the thing with my address up on the, if it, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't from that area and you don't deal with that area, that ain't your jurisdiction. You should have left it. You should have left it on the table for somebody that's in that jurisdiction. I mean, professionalism, you get it right before you start. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, crazy, right? But y'all know I'm a targeted individual, so we deal with a whole bunch of stuff that just don't make sense. Uh, so, but yeah. So, I mean, the man is dealing. He's trying to get a whole lot of things did, and that even go across the board with, you have uh, law enforcement agency. That's government, right? The government, because that's what he ordered back to the office is government workers. Um uh, the post office wasn't. I don't think they were working from home unless they probably was on the, what they call customer service phone lines or something like that, the call line. Uh, but I can't see the people at the. I don't know though. they might got a couple of boxes in their garage that they sort in the mail, and then, what I'm saying, whenever they decide to, then, they gonna go past a McDonald's that's close to uh the 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 postal, no, the postal building. They go up in there and get a sorted mail. They might be eyes working that time. Because, hey, but I'm talking to the video. Y'all give me y'all information. Maybe y'all having a good experience with the post people, Jack. But yeah. So I mean, y'all check out my videos. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So, but yeah. So he is doing a whole lot of things. The Fed, the FBI's, and Department of Justice, all them people there, they need to have their minds into. And I know a lot of people get mad about that, but the truth of it is, this country falling apart, Jack. And all that legion garbage ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't helping. Uh, and Being in the office put you more into the remind setting of what you are, who you are, and what you're doing, and actually, you know what I'm saying, is more able to be. I said that out of yeah. It's easier to actually um, to be monitored. And you know the technology and age we're living in, hacking and all that stuff. So basically, with all those agencies and government workers being out of the office, you're stuck with um, you know, two things you can do. Well, I guess three things, or maybe four. And I'm gonna start with the back. Maybe you can send it through FedEx or UPS, so that's gonna make it five. Maybe you can send your 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 desire for help through FedEx, UPS, or the United States Post Office, or you can fax it, or you can call. And so I guess we have six things you could do, or you can go online and do it. So you got six things that all can be interfered with. Um, Mail get stolen all the time. Um, you got the fax machine. It may come out of that blurry, and I don't even. I'm quite sure they probably can you know what I'm saying, grab that joke out the air too, because it ain't it ain't like it's a transporter that you actually put in. You can put a watch up in there, and the people on the other end get the watch. Nah, they can make a copy of the watch, and they'll get that paper, that paper copy on the other end. Online, even some of the greatest technology out there meant to secure it. Uh, a lot of news vendors go through strenuous ways to try to protect their source of sending them information, um, and so there's a lot of ways the way it's been going can be interfered with. You can be hacked, and you think you dealing with the officials, and you actually dealing with certain people you involved. You trying to deal with, something to that effect. The same thing with the phone call. Phone call. You know, it's a lot in person, and like I said, if you ever destitute or needy, you know what I'm saying, you look up nearest police station or something, you get down there, the door is locked, bro. You got somebody chasing you or something like that there. Man, that'd be messed up. They got a buzzer up there. We're sorry, the police station is closed. You must come by appointment. You can call blah blah blah. Some what I'm saying. Some folks know about try to call 911. Man, they no telling what. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of that is, what I'm saying, out of call centers that the computer is sending to this person right here that might be, what I'm saying? Because when you at home working, it's a lot of stuff that can come up with in between you waiting to get a phone call, or in between you, saying, doing something on the computer. So it's a good thing for some stuff, but government work is very important work. So Trump needs to be heard out, and I like Trump, man, because Trump ain't finna sit up there and keep on just trying to explain it to people. He ain't just finna break it. You know what I'm saying? Break it down like that. That might be strategic why he don't do it like that. But you got to throw some common sense up in there. And like I said, I know quite a bit of you all have experience having to deal with needing some type of help, some type of assistance, maybe with your taxes. You done got audited. You get ready to call down there. They bounce you around 6 times or something like that before you actually get into the department department that's supposed to be able to help you, and then you get to that department, and Jack, they can't help you. You know what I'm saying? They telling you they got to, well, we'll get back to you, blase skip they woo, woo, and you don't do no follow up call, then you gotta go through the whole cycle again to get back to that person. And oh, do you remember who you talked to? Yeah, it was Johnny Billy Bob. You know what I'm saying? They get, man, and that ain't gonna help you nothing either, cause man, some people know what I'm talking about, man. Customer service, man. Online, you might be calling out of Georgia, and Jack, they call center may be bouncing stuff out of Florida, all across the USA. Jack, you might mess around, be talking to somebody in China. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 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 uh it's set up to try to, you know what I'm saying, still give you the same feel of the customer service that we, a lot of us was used to, that more in person, which I'm, you know what I'm saying, I like the phone thing, but you also need a fallback. You know, you need a fallback just in case all that junk ain't going. Somebody know what I'm talking about, man. You might need to go down there and get in them people faces. I ain't talking about like that, y'all. Then again, you might, it's a seeds fall thing. You might have to go down there and get into some people faces. And do it legally. Do it, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying nowadays. Sometimes you got to, raise your voice, Jay. Sometimes you got to shoot closed, but closed mouth don't get fed. But do it, you know what I'm saying? Legal, don't go down there no with no gun threatening folks, or no, you know what I'm saying, no brick in your hand. I'm about to beat the dog mess out somebody, Jack. My taxes all jacked up. These jokers just put my house on the trailer and took off with it. Jack, somebody finna answer. I've been on top of this. You coming there with your paper in your hand, it's soap on your face, cause they done snatch your crib, bro. He talks, but I'm really just trying to put y'all in the rim. You get ready to go out there to your car, man. You trying to talk to these people? What you mean? What you mean, bro? Oh, no taxes. You know what I'm saying? They taking your assets, child support, yo. And you been trying to talk to some people, and you still stuck on A, and you got to get to D, bro. You got D the one to take care of the department. Yeah, so it'd probably be a lot easier if you went down there and A, B, C, and D is all in the same building. You might just have to get on the elevator. You know what's that? Yo, I don't know. It might just be no room to room. It's across the room. Lord, well, it ain't no lie, but yeah. It needs to get better, and the president is, saying, focusing on a lot of things, and a lot of people just don't get it. A lot of times we go through something that we may understand something. So Donald Trump been accused of being a criminal and stuff like that, having to go through all that vigorous thing. You know what I'm saying? He probably gained the experience of knowing a lot of this junk is redundant. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole bunch of people, you know what I'm saying, doing nothing. Everybody supposed to be doing, everybody doing this, supposed to be doing the same job. And, you know what I'm saying, he started screaming innocence. So, and a lot of you are, hey, you're a criminal. Um, and I'm finna go there, right? Because a lot of black people don't know that there's a whole lot of exemptions out there. There's a whole lot of tax write-offs. And y'all heard what Trump was writing off and stuff like that. And because, to be honest with y'all, a lot of y'all working for NWO, which is also up under government grant funds. That Safe Passage finances come out of D.C. Grant source, and a Safe Block come out of the FBI. Um, the yeah grant set up, and there's quite a bit of other ones out there. I knew about it, but I actually had to kind of pushed it in the back burner. But there's a whole lot of businesses, and NWO falls up under business. I'm quite sure a lot of you all getting public assistance medical insurance, because I remember back with learning with you all that what I'm saying, they was pretty much the Uber one. You know what I'm saying? One of these rideshare companies at one time was directing their their uh their workers to the to the public um medical assistance program. And shoes, a lot of y'all working for NWO getting, what I'm saying, y'all got first choice on the government phones, and stuff like that. There, you might have two phones. You got the Syrian Act direct phone, and you might have your personal phone that had before you got up in there. I know y'all be mad at the mug. I'm just talking to the ones that work for this. I know y'all be mad at the mug. How you know all that? Been in this thing for a minute, Jack. That's a comment we know. Y'all going down. We ain't been building for nothing. Rome wasn't built in a day, but she was built. She was built, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Before anything actually get on his feet, you got to work it. You got to build on that thing before it even start to take a form and a shape. And Jack, this day that took a form and a shape and flying. I am the founder of Americans Against Injustices. I had to put that about my buddy Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Get a man room. Everybody fighting against him. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me, right? Uh the border, I got to stand on that thing. Because that's just a straight out punch you out. The border was allowed to be crossed, which is illegal, right? By our former president and his administration and staff. I heard one girl say she was gonna vote for the female just because you know what I'm saying, and see something different. We always have men, and now that female could have been talking about when she get in seat, Jack, she was gonna make sure that she was gonna drill a hole straight through America to China so that she won't have to take a plane. And you telling me just because she a female, you gonna vote for it? Do you know what that probably would do to the earth? But because she a female, then that ain't, you know what I'm saying, that ain't even sensible thinking. But a lot of people was, you know what I'm saying, just that thinking like that. A lot of people were just voting for the opposition because they would continue trying to get their check on Tuesday. Through the NWO, new policing, civilian workers set up. You know what I'm saying? Darn what the Joker was doing. Like I said, the border, and it's crazy to me because some people was talking about, Hispanic people got more than us. I'm talking about some dark skinned people was saying that junk. And me myself personally, I feel like the ones that's here legally, and that don't work and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, to get what they got, because they ain't stealing it. Otherwise they'd be locked up, or they would be locked up, because that would be a big topic. But they working and investing their money in that. Hey, kudos. And we like, again, we just need to start looking at each other as human beings, and all be working at the same accord. A lot of people have that stigma that, Sam, and I guess just said like that, Mexicans stick together, right? And me myself personally, because I have friends, and I've had friends that I lost contact with, that stigma just didn't work. It just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a brother, Daniel, and man, if you out there, bro, I mean, you lost contact, you out there, man, you run across this thing, make sure you know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm talking about you, Daniel, from Stratus Lightwave, with me and you and the Arabian, the older guy was, you know what I'm saying, the three. Can I say three amigos? And we were super tight. Um, and so yeah. and I know for a fact, like even with him, you know what I'm saying, he would give me the shirt off his back and vice versa. The Arabian dude, we was just super tight, and it was the time that he invited me to his house. And his cousin there was kind of, you know what I'm saying, looking at me and you know, saying some stuff in the native tongue. Um, and he, you know what I'm saying, he went into a straight rage. Um, at you know what I'm saying, defending man, this was his cousins, you know, blood. You know what I'm saying? So that stigma don't work. Now, I think what happens a lot of time is the same thing that happened with the Abraham Lincoln. I'm going way in there, but it's better to get full understanding. Um, it would like with Abraham Lincoln with the civil rights. Um, with the civil right, with the civil fight, the civil war, the Civil War. Um, you know, he was light skinned, and the people that he was fighting against was those that was light skinned. Because there wasn't no black people that had nobody, no slave. There wasn't no Mexicans that was in the country that had some black people. Well, I don't know that for sure, but I don't think so. I don't think it was. You know what I'm saying? From my understanding, it was just white folks that had black folks enslaved, uh, as slaves, and he went to war uh, to stop that. And you know, I even, you know, saying wonder about the mishap that happened with the Indians. A lot of people don't even, we don't even like to bring that up because the black thing is, it ain't got solved yet. But the you know what I'm saying, with the Indians, history then told us that, you know what I'm saying, Thanksgiving and all that stuff was, so if history is correct, I would believe the same understanding would be just like with the Abraham Lincoln fight. Now he fought to get the slaves free. He won. Um, and because he was light skinned, and because it took a lot of people's life and it did a whole bunch of damage to the American society as a whole, that, you know what I'm saying, instead of finishing the job, he kind of backed down, and those that he was fighting against, you know, they retaliated just like they're doing with Donald Trump. They retaliated by, okay, well, we, you know what I'm saying, we got our butt kicked. We'll let the slaves go because we don't want, you know, no more of that right there. But you know what I'm saying, we gonna push the envelope just a little bit. Whites only water fountain. Um, and because, you know what I'm saying, because he wasn't trying to you know what I'm saying, kick up no more dust, man, because if folks don't understand that, that takes a lot out of a person, man, to have to deal with your own species. And I'll say it like that because some folks, you know, they're wondering about aliens. So um you know, to have to deal with human beings, to have to go to war, kill human beings. Y'all should talk to some of these veterans that have had to kill, you know, human beings. Um, and yeah, a lot of them, you know, saying is you know, saying it took a lot out of them. You're seeing a kid, you know, saying they the opposition, but because the war, uh, you know, saying have us, we into it. And I'm not saying anything against war because some things is a season for all things. But to see a child, you know what I'm saying, or not even, you know, they old enough to be fighting in the war, and you had to kill them, or stuff like that. That can take a lot out of a human being. I'm talking about human beings. I ain't talking about demon. I'm talking about human beings. That can take a lot out of a human being. And so, you know what I'm saying, Abraham Lincoln, with, like I said, with he got the slaves free, but you know what I'm saying, privileged son of a guns, man, you know what I'm saying, pride is a mother, you know what I'm saying, Joe could be, if you give them a little room for retaliation, they'll retaliate. So, you know, the slaves were free, but they didn't have to let them uh, eat in the same restaurant with them. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to drink from the same water fountain. We was considered to be less than human beings. That if we stood over the same water fountain with them, and I guess the spittles came off of there, Jack, we was germy, and we was just that, you know, gross to them that so they couldn't use that water fountain again. So they put a sign up there, whites only. Um, and you know what I'm saying, even with the bus, and this was all after the Civil War, and even with that, like I say, if you put yourself in Abraham Lincoln's uh, seat, you know what I'm saying, I'm quite sure some of his advisors at that time, you know what I'm saying, they looking at all of these dead bodies and counts, and it does a whole lot to people, you know. Um, the slaves was essentially set free, but anything, without absolutely anything, or no way to actually survive. There was no future uh, other than hope. That those brothers and sisters had a strong heart, a strong mind that they was going to survive, and they found a way. Regardless of not having a dime in their pocket, not having no gas money to get from uh, uh, Arkansas to St. Louis, because the Golden Archer represented that once you crossed that Golden Archer, you was no longer you was free. A lot of those people had, like I said, but they walked, and they, what I'm saying, may have rode on the back of a carriage of some kind-hearted person that was moving hay from one area to another, or what I'm saying, but they survived. And that's the American spirit. And that's what we need to get back to understanding that as the former president and his administration had no problem with breaking the laws, saying that the cows needed to be milked. The American spirit is that we are strong. We will find a way. We will survive, and we don't have to break our declaration and constitutions and laws to do it. Um, and we've been strong because in God we trust. We've always carried that foundation of God. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that God piece up in there, but match him up. All the goodness that America has been stood up on, us running to other countries trying to help people that was unable to fight off, and I'll use um, the German wars with the no, that's all. No, that's all spirit of God. Being concerned about human life, um, and what I'm saying, just not seeing it and not doing anything about it. That's all. And what I'm saying, um, one nation under God, and that has been the spirit that has caused this country to thrive. As we started to pull away from God, the country started to fall apart. A lot of people that was pulling away from God with it, they couldn't see it right away because, like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day. Heck, if you got a whole, we just use the what is it, the old Sears Roebuck building. This now it's called the Willis Tower. If that joker was filled all the way up to the brim with meal, corn, uh, if we just subtracting from it and never put nothing else up in that gym, we might go some years, might make a century. You know what I'm saying? Off of eating out you know what I'm saying? And then one day we go to get something out that joker to get withdrawal, and realize 4 or 5 pebbles fall out that gym, Jack. And that's what we've been doing to America. We've been draining the living life out of her. Uh, for real. Been draining the living life out of her, out of her spirit, out of her finances, out of her resources, and we ain't putting nothing in. We got attitudes now, Jake. You see something on the in front of your own house. Jack, you step over it like, you know what I'm saying, that's somebody else's job. That's the type of what you call it. We go up into to a restaurant, you know what I'm saying. We go over to the water to the soda pop fountain and waste soda everywhere. A lot of people will walk away from it. They didn't spilt. You know what I'm saying? They fault. Now they didn't spilt soda pop all down the people side of the cabinet and all that. A napkin right there. Water got one of them buttons you put, just water come out. You know, you can probably ask for a cup or even a towel. And if they say, you know, that's ideal, get it, then that's different. But especially a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people own restaurants now without actually own them. You know, that's my spot, yo. I'm always up in that gym and don't even show the respect of you know what I'm saying, as their own. But that's our way of thinking now. Our way of thinking is subtract, subtract, subtract. Nobody trying to put nothing in. That's the government problem. Or you know what I'm saying. Then we get a president up in there like Donald Trump doing, and everybody want to fight against him. Now I'm saying about the border. Now the former president that had no problem with breaking the law. Yet uh, it's amazing to me, right? Now they out to sea, and but they still got some Jews, right? Because all these people coming out the woodwork, everything he doing, they trying to veto it. They trying to stop it. They trying to block it. Right? So what was all them peoples? And this right here, boy, this right here finna hit my, you know what I'm saying? It's finna hit some man. Like this here, right? I gotta say it though. Uh Now yeah, all these peoples got this and that to say about this and that. And they be talking loud. And you know, uh, like I say, I'll use that again. That they were saying that you know the Hispanic people got more than us, and after a while, it's more than them. After a while, we ain't gonna have nothing. Or something they were saying like that. Some people, but they was just you know running their mouth, and but they figured they was doing something by, you know, saying something. And I guess hopefully their champion, the former president, that will hear it and do something about it. Well, they the one was allowing it to you know be open borders, so they was just talking to the air really, and basically I was trying to get to uh the dark skinned person word and power don't really have too much in nothing, um because we're doing just that. We're looking for somebody else to fix uh, what we really feel in our heart. We know we're not free. We know we're still being um, oppressed, and but we're hoping that you know the privileged jokers will have some mercy on us. You know. Um, And Martin Luther King said it best: "Man can't ride you if you're standing up straight." You ain't never gonna see no Western movie and the Joker riding a horse and the horse stand on his back, two legs and tail helping him keep balance, is hitting the ground every now and then if he loses his balance, and the Joker riding on. Do you know how uncomfortable that'd be? You be holding on to that horse neck, and your behind probably would be, man, cause in the front part they used to tie the rope around it to pull a cattle or something like that to steer in that way. And the only way that you'll probably be able to even do something with that horse. Cause you ever been on a horse saddle, Jack? That joker is leather and it's slippery. So at a standstill like that you even if you hold on to that horse neck, Jack, you just gonna be dangling. So the only way that you probably can get some comfort out the saddle, if you had to turn it around at the part where they used to tie to pull the stern, like I say, a cow. Uh, Around or something like that, you had to turn that joke around, and then that gonna be in your booty, the crack of your booty, and your parents is probably, man, that'll be uncomfortable like a mug. So that's what we need to be doing to these jokers that's continue to try to keep us oppressed. We need to make it uncomfortable for them. And Martin Luther King said it best: "Man can't ride you if you standing up straight, Jack. Make it uncomfortable. Guarantee a joker let go of you." But yeah. So even like I said with that, but now everybody is trying to block Donald Trump from doing this and doing that, and that's just retaliation. That's just we lost the election, and that goes all the way across the board because even not just the what was the vice president, not just she lost, but all those who was up under that same wing, they lost. You know what I'm saying? Because now we got a president up in there that's fighting against all that garbage. But it's amazing to me that with all that power now that's fighting against him, and everybody had this and that to say about the illegals in the country, nobody went up against the president, the former president, whom was pretty much just doing treason to the country. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't hold as a president, in my, you know what I'm saying, in the opinion of truth, Jack. Ain't nobody really talking about this, saying that, man. The man them flat out just allow laws to be broken, Jack, and then turn around and lock you up if you decide you want to go on a killing spree. Well, ain't no more law, bro. You showed us ain't no more law. You don't even respect the Constitution and the law. How you gonna say you a pocket hypocrite? I'm just being real, bro. So yeah. We It's amazing to me all these people now fighting against him, and they got the power, Jack. They getting it did. Got judge did this right here. What that judge was that, man? When he just was crossing the border, and look at here. The thing with the border thing is not racist towards. I actually look at that thing as being a form of slavery also, because you got a lot of privileged jokers, you know what I'm saying, still got that master slave master mind, so they talking about the cows need to be milked, and that junk is a disgrace, should be a disgrace to those that they was allowing to cross the border. Basically they was saying that they was letting them over here because they needed some dirty work did, just like they did with the slaves, the black slaves. They wanted to build America up, but they didn't want to get their hands dirty, so they brought some dark skinned people over here and whipped our backs and made us build it. It's the same thing they was doing with the open border, Jack. They, you know what I'm saying? They, the cows needed to be milked, so they allowed them, you know what I'm saying, to cross the border. Now y'all owe us for letting y'all in the country. You know what I'm saying? Get to them cows over there. Don't mind the smell. Get to work. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And then it wasn't fair towards all the other nationalities that actually, you know what I'm saying, go through all the rigorous things to get into this country. And like I said, a lot of people ain't talking about it, and I can understand people that done made it into the country legally, you know what I'm saying? They fear that, you know what I'm saying, these people got a lot of power. They might start some mess and get them kicked out of the country, Jack. But you know what I'm saying, behind closed door, they saying the same thing I'm saying. You know, and especially we done put it out there. That's the whole purpose of it, to wake up the American spirit. Because if you're in America, in America, a legal citizen here, you are an American. You got a voice, and we need to understand that and get to that, Jack. That's what we need to understand, because we work together towards a common all goal according to the Constitution. Now, the fans can be watching and try to work with that there, but tell me if I'm saying anything wrong. The Constitution is the law, Jack. Period. Um, yeah, the Constitution is the law. So, you know what I'm saying? The Constitution say once a person have been, you know what I'm saying, sworn in to be an American citizen legally, Jack, he got right. That person, she or he got the right, you know what I'm saying, to all of the things that this country allowed to its citizens, and that's the Constitution. Um, but yeah. So it's amazing to me that, like I said, with him trying to straighten out a lot of stuff, it's a whole bunch of junk being resisted against him, and they're getting it did. But these powers was in place at the same time while our Constitution and laws was being deliberately and directly uh, disobeyed and broken. But nobody had nothing to say. Um, yeah, so Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, is doing a great job. He's 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 doing a great job, y'all. Uh, I know we a lot of people have that mentality of mind, let it rain, ride it till the wheels fall off. And that concept right there means total destruction. Because again, I'll use the analogy of the Willis Tower in Chicago, Illinois, which was formerly known as the Sears Towers building. If that joker was filled all the way to the top with grain, and we was pulling from it, and nobody was adding to it, or you had, let's just say, a quarter of the country adding to it. Thank you, God. That's a better analogy. You got a quarter of the country adding to it, but the rest of the three quarters of it is just subtracting from it. How long y'all think it'll be before? I mean, like I said, you might make some centuries, and people fine with that. Everybody eating, throwing, what I'm saying, throwing away whole trays because what I'm saying, it's plentiful. But ain't nobody looking at the fact that it's only a quarter of people started putting into it, and at three quarters being of the people snatching up out of the math will just saying tell itself y'all gonna run out. And that's what we've been doing to this country, and he's trying to do something differently with it. And it may hurt because change gonna hurt. You used to walk in this certain way right here, all of a sudden you get to an area and it's uphill. That's gonna be a difference in your stroll. It's gonna be different. That's what's going on here now. And so I thank God for President Donald Trump. I continually pray for him. He is trying to do some stuff that needs to be did. Uh, and a lot of y'all just following influence. A lot of y'all just mad because he won in the first place. The man just tell it like it is, and that's you should be grateful for that because when a person speak their mind, you know what they are and what they're saying. And people try to take his word and twist it. Oh, we're gonna make America great again. They talking about, saying we going back into slavery. Man, they never said nothing about that. And truthfully, flat with it, how many dark skinned people do he have in his arena? When he was doing the what was that, the Apprentice and stuff like that. I'm quite sure he probably had bumped into. I think that's what him and what's his name, Kanye West and all that stuff them got connected. But I mean, Donald Trump is he's a multimillionaire. How many people is on that level? Bill Cosby was on that level at one time, but Bill Cosby into comedy. This man was into business. So I'm quite sure he have some dark skinned friends. Just being, folks, cause people will paint a picture for you. Jack, I got plenty of dark skinned friends. They go buy some folk, what I'm saying, have them. Jack, you ask them, man, uh, yeah, so what did y'all meet at? The dang. Blah. Yeah, they've been my friend for years, right? Yeah, well y'all meet and catch the other dude by himself. Blah, blah, blah. 'Cause people can paint a picture. People can paint a picture to make it look good. People, what I'm saying? So, but, uh, I remember hearing a radio show, a girl talking about, deporting people. Now, the way she sounded, she couldn't have been older than about, I'd say 36, somewhere in that area. And because of influence and because of unknowledge, she was talking about, this was before he won, that he gonna deport her. She was black, and like I said, about 37 years old. Didn't sound like she had no African descent in her. no more than American African descent, as they call it. Uh, and so, how you gonna deport somebody that's from here? They were just saying ridiculous stuff to try to prevent this man from getting his seat. And since he won, they're doing ridiculous stuff to try to keep him from getting the country back on track. The man only got 4 years, right? And Lord's willing, he got 4 years. But yeah, the stuff that he is implicating, like I say, even the about the voting situation in 2020. Uh, Now, some of you all work for NWO, man. Y'all know there's some sneaky, dirty son of a guns. Y'all, rather I say y'all, because whatever they tell y'all to do, y'all gonna do it. Now, did they do anything to offset the votes? I'm saying about hacking and stuff like that there, but I'm saying NWO can be anybody. It's they can hold a job at the post office and still be on the payroll with NWO, and when that call comes for them to do what NWO people do is break the law. A lot of them, thank you God, I ain't gonna say all of them because uh yeah, but I mean if what what I'm saying, y'all only doing what y'all bosses has set up to do. So when they call for y'all to break the law, I say like that there, cause y'all ain't gonna do nothing different. If they tell y'all that it's a little boy finna come up in the store and I want you to cut his head off, you probably freeze up. But what you gonna do, Jack? You need that check Tuesday, and they done showed you that they can cover it up, that you can cut the dude neck off. Uh, and shoot, and then if you don't do what they say do, then you know what I'm saying, you probably gonna wind up being the next person with your head cut off. So you don't cut their head off. I'm just being real with y'all, point blank period. Whatever them folks tell y'all to do, y'all gonna dance and bob like a chicken. Point blank period. Unless you stand up. No, unless you just one of them people that wind up stand up and say, man, you know what, I ain't finna be doing all that. But you know what I'm saying, you that's on the team, till the wheels fall off the gym, Jay, you gonna do whatever they tell you. Even if they tell you to bend over and spread your butt cheeks, you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? A point blank period. You know what I'm saying? Uh, unless, like I said, unless you wind up changing and doing something different. So you might draw the line at your booty. You know what I'm saying? They get Thomas and spread the booty. That might be what the camera that broke the straw back. Now I was okay with cutting the boy neck off, but goddamn, now you talking about spread my booty. You know what I'm saying? That's why I drew the line at. Hey, uh, thank God you got a line. Thank God you got a line. Could have drew the line at cutting the little boy head off, but thank God you got a line. uh, that's that. Donald Trump needs to be heard out. Need to get out of his way, man. Doing it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if y'all ain't heard, ICE, you know what I'm saying? They spokesperson, if she just told it like it was. If Joe was running around there trying to, and it's funny, man. Folks running around here saying all this and all that about the you know what I'm saying, the border, people coming in here, the legal immigrants, and then when they started collecting folks, people, you know what I'm saying, and now they want to go to this, just making it hard for the order of Donald Trump. Uh, well, he said he was just gonna get the illegal one. No, he's just gonna get the ones that were doing criminal behavior and stuff like that. And like she said that, you know, basically she was saying that she ain't finna beat around the bush. If they're in the country illegal, they are criminals. You know, if they're in the country illegal, they are criminals. And I shot a video just asking people, what I'm saying, uh, do people know their left hand? Can they discern their left hand from their right hand nowadays? Do people know right from wrong? It's illegal to cross the border. It's illegal to cross the border. It's illegal to cross the border. It's illegal to cross the border illegally. That put you as a criminal. So I mean, hey, love you guys. And boy, let me throw that out there real quick. Let us be mindful too, because we was, what I'm saying, when the 9/11 stuff happened, our Arabian brothers and sisters went through some messed up stuff. Let us be mindful uh not to be like that to the Hispanics, native tongue speaking um human beings, Americans. Uh, because that's profiling and judging a book by the cover. Not everybody it got into the country illegally, and we got to be mindful of that. It's a sensitive matter. Uh, Blame it on our former president because they allowed it. Now Donald Trump is trying to straighten it out. A lot of people screaming, saying they stole from our resources, it did that, stole from my job, stole from my schools, and Blasey skipped there and all of that there. But now that he's trying to get it back right so people that's from other countries will come into the country legally. Uh, and now everybody want to, saying a lot of people want to throw, not everybody, but a lot of people want to throw rocks and sand at them. And it's all just a lot of retaliation of anger. Y'all lost a candidate. She's still back there fighting. You know what I'm saying? With her partner's backing, cause he knew he couldn't get back in the seat because y'all had, what I'm saying, Truth just got told, man, and man sitting up there talking and shut down for me like he getting an upload. And so yeah. So he still got Jews. You know what I'm saying? She still got Jews. You still got a bunch of people still working up in the center. That's why come they fighting like a mug and trying to just make it hard for him. Can't win. They can't win because you can't be God. But at the same time, Jack, they just gonna make it hard for him. That's some dirty, evil, crooked stuff for people that's supposed to all be fighting for the same thing of this here country. Of this here country. Let's get past all that foolishness and get back to trying to build this country up. This country, the United States of America, where where we all live in. We need to try to build this country up, get past that foolishness, you know what I'm saying? And that'll help you all to be able to discern right from wrong because I actually wonder, do people know right from wrong anymore? That, you know what I'm saying? Do an insane individual know that they are insane? And this stuff that's going on is insane. I'm gone. I am the founder of Americans Against Injustices. And it was that's AEI, for Americans Against Injustices. Our newest group, Above the Naysayers Club, and and they all reside up under right now on the website, an American Original Spirit.wordpress.com. And I told y'all it's getting ready to go into subscription. And then you can also sign a petition at www.org. Dot change. Let me say it over. www.change.org/ sincerely Ti servant minister. Well, servant MIN Adam K Linton Sr. Hey, just check out some of some of the old pages that guys have restarted putting that back up there. And hey, the books and stuff getting, what I'm saying, studied and published and them still waiting on that. We got a lot of stuff going on. God is able. And we you know what I'm saying, we still writing song study flow right now. I've been, what I'm saying, it was so the goal, the door, the end of this battle is right here. And shoot, we focusing pretty much at that and surviving right now. But the book ain't been pushed. Like I said, it's finished anyway. I just got to type it up and then give it to the publishers. 'Cause they last I heard from them, I think it was about 3 months ago and 2 months ago or something like that. So Yeah, we ain't forgot about none of that. Lord's willing, we gonna get that Joker dead and out uh, songs and stuff like that. Get back into the studio. Try to get some singers and get get these tracks out that keep on bouncing in my head. They study keep coming. The ideas for the businesses and the churches to start and yeah, we got quite a bit of stuff that's even an American original. I mean, yeah, even American original spirit. .wordpress.com getting moved to the subscription. So ain't nothing forgotten. We fighting, moving forward. Wrong one built in thing. I'm gone, man. I've been on this thing probably what about an hour and a half. It's all good though, as long as it's help somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Trying to help somebody that we might be able to help each other. That we might be able to move on as American citizens. This shirt make me look fat. Look fat. Hey. Oh, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, nah, nah. I'm still healthy according to the doctor, Jack. With your height is what you know. What I'm saying they got to charge this guideline. Now, y'all, I'm gone. Uh, yeah, spread the word. You know what I'm saying? Let's get all that foolishness out of here.